Welcome to the Successful Solopreneur Podcast, the show that helps you beat the odds by learning how to leverage what you already have. Welcome back to the show. And today, this morning, I'm really excited because, I've really started to take a lot of what we're teaching here to heart and apply it to my own life. And I got to say, this shit works. It's absolutely crazy to think how long it took me to feel confident enough to have the self-belief to become consistent and really lean into this work, into these topics. So today is extra special because I'm very, very excited about the topic that we're going to cover because it goes into just that. And what I want you to know is if you want to be successful, you have to stop being true to yourself, right? Because if you want to become a successful solopreneur, you need to stop being true to who you are now and become true to who you want to become. Right? I'm going to say that again. If you want to become successful, right, you have to stop being true to who you are now and start becoming true to who you want to become. Right? Because being true to yourself, right, that has phenomenal intentions. Right? It really does. I mean, hell, I used to preach this all the time. Right? But this morning I was reading the commencement speech by Adam Grant, and it literally stopped me in my tracks. He was telling a story from grad school about how he was absolutely terrified of public speaking. Right? But he knew that if his ideas were ever going to make an impact, if he was ever going to earn more opportunities, to grow his career, he had to find his voice. So what he did is he started to volunteer to give guest lectures around campus. And apparently the feedback in the beginning was absolutely brutal. He actually had one student tell him that his anxiety was so palpable that the whole class started to shake. Right? But it was after he was telling the story that he said something that absolutely woke me up. And what he said was, at that time, he wasn't being true to himself. He was being true to who he wanted to become. Right? And that's when it clicked. That's the entire game, right? Becoming a successful solopreneur, it's not a comfortable journey, right? It's not about comfort. It's not even about confidence, right? But it's about courage, because courage is the currency of transformation, right? Because I can tell you firsthand that success as a entrepreneur, as a solopreneur, is really a game of identity, right? Not a game of money, not a game of clients, but a game of identity, who you believe yourself to be. And if you're ever going to make the transformation that's required for you to become successful, right, you have to become committed to who you need to become in order to accomplish those goals, right, whatever they might be for you. So I can tell you this, after working with literally hundreds of solopreneurs over the past 6 or 7 years, the comment that I just need to be true to myself is often a code for I'm avoiding the thing I know I need to do because deep down, I'm afraid I'm not good enough to do it. Right? When a lot of people are saying they need to be true to themselves, what they are arguing for is being true to their comfort zones, that current version of what they believe they're capable of, right? And you know this already. Growth demands discomfort, non-negotiable, right? And your success requires your evolution, self-expansion, authentic self-expression, not about who you were, but the expression of who you're becoming, right? This is as true in your business as it is in any other area of your life, your love life, your health, leadership, parenting, etc. Right? Because the truth is, Your business will never outgrow the person who's running it. So if you want to be great, if you want to become a successful solopreneur, you want to create something that you and your family can depend on, that you have to stop fighting for your comfort zone and start fighting for your potential, right? Because the goals that you have require you to follow through on the things that you're afraid of, right? And those fears, they're often just invitations to prove that you're the kind of person who can actually do it, right? So I want you to think about this, right? Now, in this moment, I want you to fast forward 1 year from today, right? Whatever the date is that you're listening to this, I want you to fast forward 1 year from today. Right? And I want you to ask yourself this question right now and pay close attention to the first thing that pops up. All right. Not the thing you come up with, but what's that very first thing that comes up when you ask this question? What do you need to accomplish by the end of this year in order to feel like it was a success for you? Right? What do you need to accomplish by the end of this year to feel like it was a success for you? Right? And whatever that was that just came up for you, ask yourself this now. What do you need to follow through on today to make that a reality? Right? What's the task that you need to follow through on today? What is the promise you've been making yourself that you've avoided, right? You've procrastinated, right? You fear it's not good enough yet, right? What is that one thing that if you began to follow through starting today would inevitably lead to the success that you desire a year from now? Right? Because if you're going to become successful, and I mean this to the core of my being, you have to let your goals shape your behavior, not your past. Right? Because to become a successful solopreneur, your potential must be driving your decisions, not your comfort zones. Right? So, what is that one thing? That one thing that if you followed through starting today would have the greatest impact on your chances of success over the next year? Is it launching that thing, right? Post, writing the book, doing the course, inviting someone to work with you, that collaboration, a potential client, right? Running the workshop, whatever it is, right? What is that thing, right? And then say yes before you're ready, right? And you absolutely have to share your voice, share your message, even if your voice shakes, because you do not become great by being true to your current self or being loyal to your past. You become great by being true to who you're becoming. Until next time, I wish you a phenomenal day and just know that you have a teammate and trust that whatever the struggles are that you're up against right now, they are exactly what is required of you to become who you're supposed to be. So until next time, until next show, I wish you the best, and I'll see you on the other side of your success.